Oh man, I hate when I record something and then it ends up getting not recording audio or anything like that. So great. So great. On top of that, imagine recording all your placements because you wanted to make a placements video and you start in gold because of rank decay. And then it's the question of, ooh, by the end of the video, do I get back into diamond? And then I end up in diamond. So it would have been a great video. Anyways, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Alex, guys. I'm back again with a video, a re-recording of the video that should have been up already. But we have two things to go over today. We have the Persona collab. As you can see, the loading screen, we have a couple skins here. I think it's 5 in total. And then we have the mid-season patch where we have a bunch of stuff that got changed. Unfortunately, I already recorded this, so I know what the buffs and nerfs are for the most part. Let's just get into it anyways. We're gonna look at the skins first. So from what it looks like, we have a Lifeweaver skin, which is really good, right? We have a Joker skin for Wu Yang, which obviously you guys could see that I bought. And I only bought this because I think these skins are limited time only, so I don't think you can get them after they come out, or maybe they'll re-release down the road, something like that. I don't know. But this is the Joker skin. Side note, I've never played Persona. I don't know anything about Persona except for like I've heard music before from like, you know, YouTubers and other streamers using them as background music. But next up we got Panther for Mercy, which is kind of a little bit I feel like we know what's going on, right? That's yeah. Anyways, this is her weapon. Looks kind of cool. I guess when it opens up, it's like a little flower with a rose here. That's kind of cool. Her gun has like a rose in it and like a little keyhole lock there. That's kind of cool, actually. Next up is Diva, who's named Queen. It has like a little human on top here. I don't know what that is, but that looks like crazy cool. Her character model is crazy. I like this little strip here that comes in the back that like floats around. Her gun also looks really cool. Looks really dope. Honestly, a really good skin. Might be one of the best ones. Probably my second favorite out of the whole bundle. And then Skull, who has bullets around him, but it's a Genji skin. I guess it's pretty cool. This is his deflect, which is like a little pipe with a little sword at the end of it. His shurikens have like these little status effects or elemental effects with a skull, pirate skull almost. It looks like. And then his sword is a pipe. Kind of cool. So next is the patch notes, right? It's September 16th patch notes. Blink, build, and flip the meta. Blink is going to be in reference to the Tracer, I think getting added to Stadium. Build, I don't know where that's from. And then flip the meta, well, you'll see later what they did. So one of the things that they added was lever compensation, which I think is in Stadium. And you'll see here that basically people who have levers outside their own group during a core competitive play match is going to have reduced rank progression, which is so awesome. It's going to be reduced at higher skill tiers. And then if you leave with your group members, you'll receive a full loss. And if you leave, obviously, you're still going to get suspended or banned or whatever from the competitive play. So let's get into the actual patch notes of what happened. So first we have Hazard, who his spike guard got reduced from 65 to 60, and then his damage was reduced from 80 to 70 with his leap ability. Honestly, I don't really see a point in that. Hazard was pretty okay. I guess I have seen him a little bit more in play recently, but for the most part, like, it's not a big deal. I mean, as an Ana player, I don't struggle with him unless he's like diving me, which is kind of hard to get through the whole team. But not bad. Then we have Ramatra, who basically got his armor increase from 250 to 275, which is just more damage reduction, more health. Roadhog. Oh, man. So his primary and secondary fire had a critical multiplier increase from 1.5 to 2 times. So he's going to basically guarantee more one-shot hits, which is going to really suck for me as an Ana main. I mean, Roadhog against me, like, I'm not that worried. I just spam him and then just purple him whenever I can. But this is definitely going to hurt whenever he can get through my team and just hook me through the whole team. That definitely sucks. And then his regeneration rate for his healing resource was increased from 10 to 12.5 per second. So he'll be able to heal more often. Against other comps, that might be pretty good. If you're going against an Ana, I definitely think you're going to need a Kiriko with a Roadhog for sure, just to be able to counteract that. Or if they have a Junker Queen might be good to play into Roadhog. And then Ball got nerfed. His maximum ammo was reduced from 100 to 80. And his mine duration was reduced from 20 to 16 seconds. I've seen a lot of Ball being played, so I definitely think that this is a pretty warranted nerf. I think Ball, when in the right hands, can definitely just dive the backline and just completely just like be such a good distraction. Because if nobody turns, your supports die for free. And then if you do turn, then your tanks die for free because the other DPS and the other tank are just going to focus you. Or not the other tank, but the other DPS are just going to focus your team because you're turning around to fight the Wrecking Ball. Genji having a deflect increase from 8 to 10 seconds. Oh boy, another Genji nerf. Oh man. I feel like anytime like somebody breathes, Blizzard is like, nerf Genji, nerf Genji. Like it's just so crazy to me that like he keeps getting nerfed. But I know in like majority of like competitive play and like standard quick play, like he's just so overused to the point where it's like he could just so easily dominate a match if like you have a good Ana. And then you have Hanzo, who basically got a smaller projectile size compared to regular arrows when using storm arrows. Hanzo nerf is always welcome in my world, bro. I'll never be mad at that. Never. Torb got a buff, which is crazy to me. Torb gets his durability increase from 5 to 6 seconds using overload. And Molten Core's damage goes from 160 to 190. Basically, in 2 seconds, like your average hero that's at like 200 to 225 to 250 is gonna die like immediately. Interesting to see how that plays out. That's gonna eat into tanks too. That's definitely gonna be good for like controlling points and stuff like that, or controlling chokes. It's gonna be insane. We'll see what happens though. I definitely want to see more Torb. I feel like his playstyle is so much different to like an Ashe and a Widow play the same. Relatively speaking, like they both have snipers, right? What's it called? Sojourn and Soldier both play similar, right? You just have a lot of characters that share similarities, where I think Torbjorn is in like his own, and there's no other character in the game that plays like Torbjorn except for like, I don't know, maybe like Iari, and she's more healer, less DPS. Even though she does do DPS, but she's just less healer or less DPS in that sense. Tracer getting a perk cost increase is not bad. Can't believe I just did that. I can't believe I just recognized that like almost like halfway or almost done with like the recording, but whatever. Tracer perk cost was increased by 25%. Not mad at that. Her first perk, I think she gets like 20 bullets back on a melee, which is like her combo. So for her to get, yeah, that's already an insane combo to have. I definitely think this was needed, and it'll probably take a little bit more tweaking, but for sure needed. For sure needed. Widowmaker got a buff. Grappling reduced from 12 to 10 seconds. Total damage from the mine 75 to 125. That is like, I also hate playing with Widowmakers. That's gonna suck to go against for me. Widowmaker has to kind of set up a little bit, whereas Hanzo could just sit behind a Rhine barrier and just like shoot arrows into the abyss and just pray one of them gets a headshot. So, all right, so these are the supports. Briggs Bash increased from 50 to 70, meaning that her one-shot combo on Genji, Lucio, and Tracer is back. It is 100% back. I'll show you guys in the practice before I end the video, but we can look at that right now. If I remember correctly, the combo should be like swing, shield bash, and then flail. It should be like this. Shouldn't it come so close? Folded. So swings, bash. Oh, and you can't. I guess he did get health changes. So how much can you do to him? So it takes 2 after the shield bash to kill Genji. Okay, let's see. What about Lucio? Okay, so his is like similar. Okay, so 225, yeah. All right, and then we have Lucio, who got his primary fire decreased from 22 to 20. I haven't seen a problem with Lucio doing too much damage. He does do a pretty good amount of damage, especially if you headshot with his projectiles. I don't know if it was needed to drop it down by 2. Maybe it's just more of like a balance, less of a nerf. But and then Wu Yang got a pretty big nerf, right? So his cooldown for his rushing torrent, which is like the wave where he moves, was increased from 7 to 8 seconds. His guardian wave, the healing amp he gets from it, went from 4 to 3 seconds, so less healing amplification on that. And then the cooldown for it itself went from 12 to 14. I think they definitely released him overtuned, and they're trying to like balance him a little bit. I think this is a little overkill. I think the cooldown being increased from 12 to 14 is kind of crazy, because you kind of rely on this to like quick refill your water resource, I guess. So nerfing this like this is kind of unnecessary. Rushing Torrent I guess makes sense because it's kind of a free get out of jail free card. You could just keep moving. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not really too big of a fan. And then there's obviously some stadium stuff here, but I don't play stadium, so if you guys want, you can go take a look for yourselves. But yeah, that's going to be the entire Season 18 patch notes along with the Persona collab. A lot of people are hating on it. I like it. I think it's pretty dope. So we're going to have an anniversary event going on at some point, and that's going to give you like loot boxes. I think some mythic prisms at some point too, which is going to be awesome. So yeah, be sure to stay on the lookout for that, and I'm going to be uploading a little bit more too on that when that comes out. And yeah, there's just a little get back into it. But yeah, anyway guys, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, man, peace.